Now, I don't typically swear in my videos, but holy fuck, I still can't believe what I found at this flea market. Hey everyone, so this morning I happened to be in the area of a flea market that I don't really frequent that often. In fact, I've probably only ever been there like a handful of times, but every so often I have found interesting things there. I found a couple of different model kits for pretty cheap. I got a copy of Mario Party 2 on the N64 there for like 20 bucks, which is a really good price in Canada at least. But this time, I think this is pretty much the best find I've ever gotten out of this flea market. Now, everything that I got is inside this bag here, and I did organize them and put them back into the bag. And there was a case also that I just really didn't care for that I just threw out. But this is basically everything else that I got. It's amazing. What happened is I walked into this one booth. This guy tells me that he's got a couple things in the back that he hasn't put out yet. I asked him if he had any other games, anything older, because all he had out was a couple of 360 games and some PS3 games. And he's like, oh, well, I might have some Game Boy stuff in my car. I'm like, okay, can you go grab that stuff? I'd be very interested in that. So he's like, yeah, give me 5 minutes, just come back in 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, sure. I'll walk around the flea market and I'll come back in 5 minutes. So I come back in 5 minutes to just be completely surprised by what I saw. I was expecting maybe just a shitty Game Boy in really, really bad condition with maybe like Tetris or something like that. And this is not what I was expecting at all. But before I get to the stuff that I got, I'll just say what price I paid. So we haggled a little bit. At first he wouldn't really say exactly how much he wanted, then he threw out the number of $100. I said that was too much for me, so a little back and forth. I was only able to get him down to 80 bucks, but even $80 for what I got is pretty awesome. So starting out with the sort of loose cartridges, there was one copy of Golf and 2 copies of Super Mario Land. After that are the systems that were included, and yes, I said systems. First up is an original Game Boy. This here, sadly though, does have a little bit of corrosion damage in the battery compartment, so I might have to either try cleaning that out or just chalk it up as a loss. But the other system that was in here is in working condition. The only sort of downside to it is that it doesn't have a good speaker on it. It's a Game Boy Color, it's the teal version, and it was actually complete in box with the manuals inside, but no baggie for the Game Boy Color itself. It was just sort of loose like that. Now I could probably just pick out some random plastic bag and put it in there, but it doesn't really matter at this point. But still, nice to get that in the box, and the manuals are in there as well. But the main chunk of this, the reason why I decided to spend $80 on this set of stuff, were the boxed games that came with this. Now there's some boxed Game Boy games and some boxed Game Boy Color games. I arranged them in an order that I thought was, I suppose, the most interesting. So almost all of them are complete. So WWF Warzone is the first one, followed by Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Then we have Miss Pac-Man, and this I suppose is the most squished out of all these boxes, but still in pretty good condition, so Miss Pac-Man. Followed by Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color, which is complete and in pretty decent condition, just a little sort of loose flap there. Why did that sound a lot more terrible than I meant it to be? Either way, stupid words aside, next game is Shadowgate Classic for the Game Boy Color, and a pretty decent box, just a little squished near the center. After that are the main sort of 2 reasons why I really considered spending $80 on this set of games. Now these 2 games I really want the most out of all these. They're not games that I don't necessarily have, it's just that they are in the box, even though the one box is kind of smushed. I'm very happy to own both of these games complete in box. First one here is Wario Land 2 for the Game Boy Color. That one there is, actually it's not complete, it's missing the manual, but I do believe that I have the manual for this already. So hopefully I can complete that pretty easily, otherwise I'll have to try to track down the manual for that. But the number one game here, this one, like the second that I saw this stuff, I'm like, I knew I had to get this. Pokemon Red version, complete in box. This one had all the manuals, all the inserts, just to show you here. So the trainer's guide, the consumer information and precautions booklet, the free player's guide offer there, and the game itself in a case with a working save battery and a save file on there as well. So I was very, very pleased with that. And initially the guy tells me, oh yeah, that one is just the box, the game's not in there. And of course I opened the box, I saw it down there, didn't correct him. I was not going to bother to actually correct him on that because he would have just asked way too much. But that's it, that's all I got. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just put it in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.